Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Glory and you're welcome. If you're new here, my name is Glory. If you're a returning subscriber, my name is still Glory. And I create content based on lifestyle, I create content based on faith, and I will soon be creating content in nursing. And so stick around if you know you're going to be a nurse or you're looking at becoming a nurse. Stick around. And so, yeah, as you can tell from today's title, the title of today's video is answering my subscribers' questions / emails / letters / text, right? So I'm actually going to be, pulling all the different questions and emails that I have received, the ones I haven't like personally responded to, and the ones that I think that would be crucial or like would even if I have responded to them, they will be crucial to other subscribers or other people who may be looking for answers to those questions. Yeah, so I'll be answering that. And let me just give you guys like a background thing why I set this up, because this video, as you can tell, okay, you can't tell, but I'm telling you, it was very, very spontaneous. I received an email from someone and I didn't just want to respond to them personally because, first of all, the email is too long, and like the email is too long and my response will be too long. I don't have strength to type. Second of all, I can't just make one video for the person. And so the idea, I think the Holy Spirit gave me the idea when I was, the Holy Spirit gave me the idea to why not just do a video on, answering questions and stuff like that. I think there are some mails that I haven't been able to answer from my subscribers in a while. And so I think I will just use this opportunity to, answer everything all together. I hope I'm able to do that. And so I'm trying to get my emails. Please excuse my unreadiness. I think that's the word. But first of all, yes, before we get into this video, I would like to once again I would like to address something, and I've probably addressed this like twice now on my channel, but I don't know, maybe people haven't come across like the videos where I took my time to address those things. And so I would for the sake of, I'm just going to give everybody like the benefit of the doubt, and I would just put it out there. I guess people would see it, especially with this video. Yeah, I really do appreciate you guys who like text me and send emails to me telling me, oh hi, I came across your YouTube channel. I came across your YouTube channel and it's it's amazing the work that you're doing. Thank you for always putting out videos and stuff like that. I really appreciate it, and I also appreciate those of you who ask questions sometimes. But like, however, there are some emails I don't respond to, right? And it's not that I don't see these emails, but then if I don't respond to your email, especially like if you send me an email and I haven't responded in like 2 or 3 weeks, because I check my emails every single day. Best believe I check my emails every single day, and so if you see that I haven't responded to your email in like 2 to 3 weeks, it is probably because I have done a video on that email or on those questions that you're asking me in my email, or those questions that you can easily find on the school's website, right? And so there are questions that you can easily find answers to on the school's website. And so some of the emails, I actually respond and tell them, oh, I would advise you to, search the school's website so that you can find current and accurate information on your questions, right? Some of them I don't even respond at all, because I believe like these are things you can easily find on the school's website. If you sit down and actually search the school's website, and if you send them an email, they would respond back to you. And so it's just a way of me letting you guys know that I'm a student, right? And I'm a student. Aside from being a student, I have other things that I do. And so like, you really don't expect me to be sitting and answering emails all day, repeating the same things that I have already made videos on, or like saying the same things that you can easily find the answers to on the school's websites. And so yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. If go through the videos on my channel. That's why I'm putting these videos out, so that I don't have to be, talking to people individually. I get that sometimes, there may be questions that, you can't even find the answers to anywhere and stuff like that. I hardly doubt that there are questions like that. But then, there are some questions that are tougher to find answers to. And if I get those kind of emails, I will definitely like respond if I know that, oh, this person can't get the answer to this question any other place, and I haven't done a video on this before. You can, I would respond to those questions. But then if there are questions that I have already answered, yeah, I most likely wouldn't respond to your email. And, that's not me being rude. It's just that everybody is busy and everybody has things, to do. Right. So, yeah. And also, another thing is like people asking me for, personally for my phone number. The thing is that, I basically can't do that. I can't give. You would understand that I can't give. If everybody who sends me a mail asks me for my number, you don't expect me to give everybody my phone number, right? Just so they can contact me and ask me about questions, with TRU and stuff like that. Like I said, when I was coming to TRU, I basically did not message anybody. What I did was that I watched videos. Like I looked for those videos, like people who were running TRU, videos that they made, people who were like, YouTubers attending, not just TRU, other schools too, but Canada, right? Just to, to be able to get my mind prepared for the things that I need. Even like when I was preparing for, searching for, what I would need to come here, I went to other people's YouTube, channels. I watched their videos. I basically ate their videos. I fed on their videos. And I didn't message them. I didn't email any of them. I just watched their videos and, yeah. So basically, I'm just trying to say that, asking me for my phone number it's kind of like uncomfortable. I mean, I'm sure you would understand, because if someone also does that, you probably be very uncomfortable, right? So, I can't give everybody my phone number, and it's not safe. It's not a safe thing to do. And so, yeah, that's just that. I was just addressing that. And so, yes, let's get into the video properly. Okay, so the first thing I will be addressing would be, especially for people who are applying to the nursing program here at TRU, the Bachelor of Science in Nursing. I don't know if you have applied. One thing you may have, gotten, one response you may have gotten from the school would be that, oh, the capacity is limited. Let me just tell you guys, TRU only accepts 2 to 3 international students every year for nursing, for Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Only 2 to 3 international students, and they only accept in the fall. So only in September. They don't take in winter, and they don't take in summer. The nursing program, the Bachelor of Science, the BSN program is only in the fall. And so if you apply, they will basically, you probably still get admission, but they will admit you into the Bachelor of Science program, and then your major will be undeclared, right? So they would admit you into the Bachelor of Science program. You have an undeclared major, and you will be asked to, you will ask to respond to their email and tell them if you still want to keep going with, if you still want to apply to nursing, like, after you've come to TRU, or you want to choose another major, right? So, right now I'm currently in the Bachelor of Science program, so my major is undeclared because I still want to, go into nursing. And so you have to respond to them and tell them that, oh, if that's your intent, if you still want to go for nursing, you tell them that, so that they can plan your courses in such a way that you are taking the prerequisites. That's why the reason why they didn't apply. The reason why they didn't accept you directly into the nursing program is because there are prerequisites for you to take, and so you have to take those prerequisites, right? So that's why they accept you into the Bachelor of Science program. So during your Bachelor of Science program, you're going to do that program for 1 year. So in the course of that 1 year, you are going to take the prerequisites for nursing if your intent is still to switch to nursing the following year, right? So but alongside those prerequisites you are taking, you will still be taking courses that fit into the Bachelor of Science program. So in the email that they send to you, you will have to respond to them and tell them, okay, I want to, major in biology, I want to major in chemistry, I want to major in physics. You can choose any of those programs. But then, like, you still have to choose a program, because when you're doing your Bachelor of Sciences, like I chose biology, I chose to major in biology, right? Even if my program is undeclared, my courses I'm taking, like the courses I'm doing, are still like biological programs. So the reason why they do that is because, like, just in case nothing doesn't work out, you are not stranded, right? So that's why they ask you to pick a major, like pick another major in the Bachelor of Science program, right? So you can choose chemistry, physics. Some of them you can even choose arts, right? They even they tell you can choose arts. It is so that even as you're taking the nursing prerequisite and you apply for nursing, right? Whilst you are doing that, if that doesn't work out, you can still continue in the Bachelor of Science program, right? So if you're already taking biology, but if you're already like majoring in biology, you would just continue there. You would just finish the 4 years in biology and get your degree instead of just focusing on nursing, and then you don't get the nursing, and then you are stranded. You don't have any other program that you were enrolled into. So the whole point of them asking you to get back to them is so that they can register you for maybe biological courses, physics, related courses, or chemistry related courses. So you can be taking those courses alongside the nursing prerequisite, right? So that you don't get stranded. So you have to reply their email, tell them that, okay, yes, look for what you're interested in, chemistry, physics, biology, whatever it is. For me, it's biology. So um, they tell you it's kind of like to have a plan B, right? So if nothing doesn't work out, you can still graduate from a program, right? You can still graduate with a degree, a bachelor's degree, yeah, right? So yeah, that's that for people who are applying, to nursing. The nursing program is very competitive and it's very competitive and very limited, and so they just advise you not to put all your eggs in one basket. Yeah. Yeah, so I will just read out this email that someone sent to me, and I'll probably, put a picture of it for you guys here. So the person says, the school, the person applied to the nursing program in school, and, they accepted the person into the Bachelor of Science program. So it says, congratulations on your acceptance to TRU. We are your academic advising team. Please complete the following actions so that we may move forward with your course planning and registration for summer 2024. And then they will tell you the action required. So you need to do those things immediately. Confirm your program major, which I just talked about. You've been accepted into the Bachelor of Science program, but I see that you initially applied for nursing. To create a program plan suitable to your needs, please reply to this email to let us know if you would still like to pursue nursing. Please note that the nursing program is extremely competitive and only 2 to 3 international students are accepted per calendar year. Nursing is a 4-year program and the next available intake is September 2025. And the reason why they're telling you that is because you haven't completed the prerequisites, right? So you can't even apply to September 2024. You need to complete the prerequisites to get into nursing. That's why they put you in the Bachelor of Science program. You take the prerequisites for a year alongside the major that you chose, maybe physics, arts, chemistry, whatever you're doing. But whatever program they're registering you for, if the intent is that if you tell them that you still want to switch to nursing, right, they would register nursing courses, nursing prerequisite courses alongside your major, alongside what you're doing right now, right? And so they said, with that in mind, we ask students to have a backup program in mind if nursing doesn't work out. 2 common program options to use as backups are science and arts. Please email to let us know if you would still like to pursue nursing or not, and which program or major you would like to use as a backup for nursing, or instead of nursing if you're no longer interested, right? So you have to email them back, tell them, choose a program, tell them to register for a program that you know that if nursing doesn't work out, this is something you'll still be interested in doing, right? Yeah. Another question is, I have only paid my first semester tuition. Is it possible for me to register my courses? If this is your first time coming to TRU, you can't register your courses by yourself because it's your first time. So you really don't know how the system works. The school registers your courses for you, right? If this is your first time coming to TRU, the school will register your courses for you. And so, yes, once you pay your tuition and you get your visa, you'll basically register you by themselves, right? And secondly, how do I go about my accommodation? Do you have advice for on campus or off campus? I've done two. Let me just say, there was a particular video I put out on accommodation, and I would advise that anybody who has like an accommodation question to go watch that video. I've talked about accommodation a lot of times. Accommodation depends on your budget. If you want to stay on campus, depends on your budget. There are different school residencies with, each of them have their different prices. You can take a look at them. They are all in the school's website, or all on the school's website, sorry. And so you can take a look at them there. and plan with your budget. If you're planning on staying off campus, it's the same thing anywhere, basically, for accommodation. If you're planning on staying off campus, if you're staying close to school, obviously the price is going to be higher than if you're staying like really, really, really far away from school, right? So it's the same way you would treat accommodation in your home country, same way you would treat accommodation here, right? So you can either decide to stay alone, find a studio apartment and stay alone. Studio apartments usually range from like, I think like 1.5, 1.8. Some of them are even like 2,000, depending. You can decide to share with people. I think Terry usually like hosts this what's it called? Is it get together or something at a hotel in Lagos, or I don't know which any other state in Nigeria, right? And so if you meet people there, you can get in touch with them, connect with them, so that you guys can look for houses together and stuff like that, right? So yeah, basically that's it for accommodation. Thirdly, I intend applying for my visa in 2 weeks. From one of your videos, you said something about going for medicals before the visa appointment. Can you? Oh, going for medicals before the visa appointment. Yes, it's advisable to go for your medicals. Do your medicals before you go for your visa appointment. Because once you go for your visa appointment, what they are going to be waiting for is your medicals, right? They will tell you to go and do your medicals. So if you've done your medicals before your visa appointment, the medical office would have sent your medical report to the visa office, and then they don't need to be waiting for your medicals again. But then if you apply for your visa, then you go and do your medicals. It's going to take more time for your visa to process because the visa officers will be waiting for your medicals, right? But then if you've done your medicals already, let's say you did your medicals a month before or like 3 weeks before, by the time you're going for your visa appointment, your medical report should already like be with the visa office, or be on its way to the visa office already, and then that shortens your wait time for your visa. So it's basically advisable to do your medicals before you go for your visa appointment. I did my medicals I think on the 1st of June, and then I had my 1st of June 2022, and then I went for my visa appointment in August, right? So June, July, August, my medicals were like it was already out, right? Right now I went for my visa appointment. Can you brief me on the important documents you sent to your agent for the visa? Like I said, I used an agent. I don't know about the background process. I don't know what she discussed with the visa officers. All I just did was she told me, oh, this is your visa date. Go with your passport, go with your this and that. And I just went to the documents you happened to go with. I didn't even really go with a lot of things. What did I go with? I think it was just my passport and what else? I've forgotten. But then like my agent did everything basically. I just followed the instructions that she gave me. So I can't really give you details on, how what they asked me to bring, or like what I submitted for my visa application and stuff like that. I used an agent, so I basically won't be able to give you guys information on that. When is the application due for May 2024? That can be found on the school's website. Do I need English proficiency test scores? I did BBA in English. I don't know, but I just would always advise to do IELTS. Whether you need it or not, it's not going to harm you. I just always advise to do IELTS. I did not use my IELTS. I don't think I used it, but or did I? I don't know. I don't know if my agent submitted it, but I took my IELTS. I did IELTS, and so when I came here, I didn't have to take another English class. So the reason why they asked me to do the English proficiency test is so that they know what English course to place you in, so that they would know if to put you like in the basic English class, or like to put you like in the advanced level English class. Just they would need to know like your when I say they need to know your academic proficiency exactly in English language, right? So they can know like where to place you, since they're the ones planning your courses basically for you if you're a first time and if you're a first time student. What are the documents needed to apply for the school? That can be found on the school's website. When you go to like the international student section, you will find everything there. How much is the tuition fee per year? It changes, and so that can also be found on the school's website. How much is the international application fee? How much is the application fee for international students? Oh, that's actually $100. That's $100. For any program you want to apply to, it's $100. Oh yeah, Mercy says, my daughter got admission in TRU Bachelor of Science, but have not gotten her visa yet. She really wanted to study nursing science. From your blog, I see that that's your ambition too. Please, how is this possible? Is your major biology? Yes, my major is biology. She's really confused about, she's really confused, but she wants to choose environmental biology. So can she switch to the nursing program? Yeah, she can switch to the nursing program. Like I just said at the beginning of the video, so far as she tells the school she like lets the school know her intent, right? That she's still planning on switching to nursing. They would curate her courses for her in such a way that she would be prepared to apply for nursing the next year or the following year, the next intake. But then she would still also be prepared to continue in environmental biology if nursing does not work out, right? So it's important for her to let the school know about that. She doesn't have to declare a major, right? You actually don't need to declare a major. If you on my transcript it says major, I probably put it here for you guys. It says major undeclared, but then I still told them that because even if your major is not declared, you need to be taking courses, so they need to know what courses they should plan for you. Where are you headed? If this doesn't work out, what is it that you're going to do, right? So that's why they ask for they ask you, oh, are you interested in doing any other thing aside from this thing that you're looking at, right? She doesn't it doesn't have, even if she doesn't have to declare a major, but then if she says okay, she wants to do biological courses, if she tells them that they should register her for biological courses, that would be good, or physics or art, depending on whatever she wants to do. It doesn't have to be science. Is co-op compulsory? No, it's not compulsory. Co-op is not compulsory. And how many courses did you take in your first and second semester? In my first semester, I took 4 courses. In my second semester, I took 4 courses. Okay, this is from Additional. Additional says, firstly, I recently got my visa approved and I'm planning to move to Canada next year. However, there has been a slight change in my admission and it got shifted to September 2024. So I want to seek your advice on when it would be the best time to travel, considering the academic calendar as settling into the university. So I have said this a lot of times that obviously if you're moving into a new place, it will be advisable to travel about 2 to 3 weeks before, so that you can settle in and you are not scattered when school resumes, right? Because you're going to be coupling, trying to get to know how the system works, opening a bank account, getting a new SIM card, things like that, getting settled into your new apartment. Sometimes some of you may have not even found accommodation. You still need time to find accommodation before school resumes, because you don't want to be homeless as school resumes. It's going to put a lot of stress on you, coupled with the fact that you're just moving into a new environment. And so I would advise that, if you're resuming in September, probably come 2 weeks, 2 weeks before the last 2 weeks of August or the last 3 weeks of August. Or let's say you're not so, financially buoyant to, pay for hotels for 2 to 3 weeks. You can come a week before, right? But don't come like 2 days before school resumes. It's just going to put a lot of stress on you, especially if you don't have accommodation. I mean, if you have accommodation, you can do that 2 days. That's good. 2 to 3 days before school resumes. But if you don't have accommodation yet, you're going to be stressed. I'm telling you. So like at least a week before, right? So that you can, if you don't have accommodation, you can start looking for accommodation. You can get other things ready, like, your phone, getting a new SIM card, opening a bank account, because you need those things. Those are like the basic things you will do first when you land in Canada, right? You will need to open a bank account. You will need to get a new SIM card, right? Things like that. So those things are really, really important. And 2 to 3 weeks will be advisable for 2 to 3 weeks before school resumes. That's like an advisable time for you to, resume or get here to Canada. Kwabena says, hello, I would kindly like to know the WIEC grade requirements to gain admission to Thompson Rivers University. That can be found on the school's website. If you go to the international students section, you probably find it there. You will most likely find it there. You will find it there. You will find the grades for each of the different subjects: biology, chemistry, English. You'll find them there. Rachel says, I submitted my application to TRU and I got a mail with my TRU ID login. I was offered a seat. I just want to know if you got that first before seeing your conditional letter of acceptance. And also, please, I don't know if you have any idea how many courses can be taken for BBA, and how much in total is needed per semester plus accommodation and living expenses. All these things are very variable, but living expenses, especially my living expense cannot be your living expense, and my accommodation too cannot be your accommodation expense, right? So these things are very variable. The only thing I may be able to, and again, even like the school fees, it's different. I'm doing a Bachelor of Science program, so I have no idea on what the people doing masters are doing, or people doing a post back, or people doing a a diploma program. I don't know what they are paying. What I know is, the only thing I know is what I am paying for my program, right? So I'm doing biological sciences, Bachelor of Biological Sciences, and per semester we pay about 9,600, 9,700 Canadian dollars. So you can use that to gauge. But I know the masters that people are paying really, really, like they're paying way higher than we are paying, especially if you're an international student. They're paying like way higher. So you have to search the school's website for that, and you can even send them an email to ask them for, their fees, so that you can get like accurate and current information. I basically cannot provide you with that information because I'm not taking those programs, and so I would advise that you send the school an email, right, and ask them to get back to you on that. And accommodation is also very variable. It depends on where you stay, where you find. Currently, I stay in an apartment. We're all paying, our rent altogether is 2,400, but then it's a 3-bedroom apartment. So each of us are paying 800, individually. So 800, 800, 800, and that's 2,400. Paying my visa school fees. So the thing is that if you've paid your school fees, so far as you have not received your visa, right, you cannot resume school. So even if you paid your school fees, the school will just defer your admission, right? They will defer it to the next intake. So even if you pay your school fees, the school fees they will move it for the next intake, right? When you're going to come. So you need to pay another school fees. No, your money is not gone. But then you can't resume school without your visa. So up until you get your visa, you can't resume entirely. And he also asked, thirdly, in one of the videos, you made mention of a desire to study nursing, but you are currently at the Bachelor of Science program in TRU. Why don't you just study nursing at the school? I thought you could apply for nursing straight up without having to get a BSc first in TRU. No, you can't. No, you can't. Number one, the program is already really limited. Like they only take 2 to 3 international students. So there are 80 seats, but then only 2 to 3 seats are available for international students. And so the thing is that you have to have some certain prerequisites, right? So those prerequisites are the things that would enable you to apply for their program. And it's just easier, right, to do your prerequisites at TRU, or let's say another school in Canada, and then apply straight. So because I don't know about like transferring from a Nigerian school to TRU's like nursing school. I don't know. I don't know if anybody has done that. I don't know, but I didn't do that. So I basically came as I was starting all over again, right? So yeah, basically that's what happened to me. And so that was the route I chose to take. I started all over again, and then I took the prerequisites at TRU. And so with those prerequisites, I can basically apply to any other school in Canada, because like the prerequisites are basically like the same or similar all around Canada, right? But then it will be tough for, from like coming from Nigeria into Canada, it will be tough to be able to, transfer your credit and stuff like that. It will be tough. Basically, you understand, like the educational system is not the same. And so they are not sure whether, you've been properly taught and stuff like that. So it's just advisable to do 1 year here, taking their prerequisites, and then apply to whatever school you want to apply to. This person says, if there is any other means of reaching you aside via email, I would really appreciate it. Like I've said, I would prefer and I would appreciate it if we could stick to sending emails or stick to using the email. I think it's a much preferable option for me, and it's much more secure for me, and it's much more comfortable for me to communicate with you guys via email. And so I would like that we stick to emails. I wouldn't like to give out any form of like my personal contact aside from my emails to like anybody, right? Thank you guys. I do hope you respect that decision. Okay, Andrea Andrea says, I want to know the kind of study materials TRU students use, like notebooks, pen calculators, and stuff like that. I want to know if it's wise to get all those writing materials from Nigeria. Definitely, you can get your writing materials from Nigeria. Like, that doesn't, like, that would make, like, there's no, especially if you're a science student, the only thing, they would ask you, not to have is a graphing calculator. Yeah, don't get a graphing calculator, but then like a normal scientific calculator works just fine, whether it's from Nigeria or from Canada, it does not matter. Your notebooks, basically, in university, nobody cares. People basically take notes on their laptops, their iPads, their phones. You use whatever works for you. TRU really doesn't care. Do whatever works for you. Yeah, you can get it from Nigeria, especially if it will be like cheaper and if it will be like much more cost effective for you. Okay, this person, this is the last question. And then this person says, I wanted to ask, well, this person says, I want to ask, what method of payments did you use to pay your first tuition deposit as an international student? I want to pay my tuition through MTFX. I was wondering if it's legit. So I did use pay my tuition to pay my first school fees. I did that, I think it was through Rema Bank or something like that. But I did use pay my tuition, and yes, pay my tuition is legit. I don't know about MTFX though. I don't know what MTFX means, but pay my tuition is legit. That was what I used. But then when you come here, you no longer need to use pay my tuition because you're no longer international. You're no longer paying like internationally. You're now in Canada, so you can just pay from your bank accounts directly into your school account. Okay. All right. That was all the questions I had. I think from October or September last year up until now, I think I just picked the ones I saw that were really important and I thought like would help each and every one of you who is thinking of coming to TRU. And so I hope my answers to those questions helped. And yes, if you do have any other questions that I haven't already answered, or you're finding difficult to get answers on, after you have done your research, after you have diligently done your research, and you are still finding it tough to get answers to those questions, feel free to email me. I would respond to you if these are questions I really think that you can't find answers to, right? And if I see that there are questions that you can actually find answers to, probably the highest thing I'll do is probably to direct you to where you can find an answer to those questions. Probably direct you to the school's website or something, right? And so, yeah, thank you guys so much for sticking with me to the end. And feel free to give this video a thumbs up, like it, and share to people who are coming to TRU, or people who are looking at moving to Canada, looking for a school, or looking for things about Kamloops, trying to get more information before they settle in, or before they move over to Canada. It would be really nice. Okay, yes, as I was saying, it would be really nice if you can get this video to, get a lot of views. And so thank you guys so much for sticking with me to the end. I really appreciate your emails. I really appreciate your feedback. It shows that the work I'm doing is not like in vain. And thank you guys for enjoying my content. I'll see you guys when I can see you guys, whatever that content is.